Hello 1A, Hello 1B and Hello 1C. Today is Monday, the 8th of February 2021. We're going to continue doing the patterns that we did last week. We're going to do Nick's challenge, then our patterns, and then our worksheets. So Nick's here, let's start our challenge. Last week we did +3. This week we're doing -3. So 30 minus 3 is 27. 27 minus 3 is 24. 24 minus 3 is 21. 21 minus 3 is 18. 18 minus 3 is 15. 15 minus 3 is 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. And 3 minus 3 is 0. So Nick's going to do this challenge with a pen balanced on his foot. Are you ready, Nick? 30 minus 3 is 27. 27 minus 3 is 24. 24 minus 3 is 21. 21 minus 3 is 18. 18 minus 3 is 15. 15 minus 3 is 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. And 3 minus 3 is 0. Well done, Nick. That was really good. And well done if you did that at home too. Last week, we learned about 4 shapes: a circle, a rectangle, a square, and a triangle. These were the 4 shapes we did in the lessons. In our online lessons, we did 5 more shapes. Do you remember what this is called? This is an oval. Oval. Do you remember this? This is a kite. A kite. Do you remember this? This is a diamond. A diamond. Do you remember this? This is a pentagon. Pentagon. And do you remember this? This is a hexagon. Hexagon. We also learned about patterns. We use shapes to make repeating patterns. So we can have a blue triangle, a red square. Blue triangle, red square, and so on. In clothes and on buildings As in many different things, there are patterns. Some of these patterns are very complicated. When I have a complicated design, I can use this. This is a grid. This grid has squares. And these squares help me see the pattern. I can see clearly this is a green square. And then I have a blue triangle on top of a red triangle. So to continue the pattern, I can use the squares. I know there is one green square, followed by a blue triangle on top, and a red triangle under that. And using this grid, I can continue the pattern onwards. The next pattern is also hard. There is a green triangle on top of a red triangle, and that's in the first square. Then there is a red triangle on top of a green triangle in the next square, and I can continue this pattern. So here and here, there must be a green triangle on top and a red triangle below. So I can draw my green triangle and my red triangle under that. So that and that is the same. The next ones must be the same, with a red triangle on top and a blue triangle, a green triangle underneath. And I can continue that in my grid. Next, I have here a blue diamond. Then a green hexagon. There are 6 sides. And then a red oval. Each shape is in the square of the grid. So I know that the next square should have a blue diamond inside. Then I know the next square should have a green hexagon inside. And finally, a red oval. So I can use this grid to continue my complex pattern. Here is another pattern. There is a triangle here. The triangle is pointing this way. Then there is a red square. Here was a green triangle, and then a red square. So then here should also be a green triangle. And then here should be a red square. But that is not correct. We have green triangle, red square, green triangle. And this green triangle is pointing this way. That's because this pattern uses symmetry. Symmetry is where one half is reflected the other way to the other half. We can see this best with a mirror. I have here a mirror. Hello. If I put my mirror halfway in the middle, I can turn it until we see the other shape. Here we can see there is a green triangle, then a red square, and in the mirror, another red square, and the green triangle facing the other way. So, this has got a pattern, but it is a pattern that is reflected. So, in our next pattern, we have a blue oval and a black rectangle. We could continue this with a normal row of patterns with a blue oval, a black rectangle, a blue oval, and a black rectangle. That would be a normal repeating pattern. But I could use my mirror to make this a reflective pattern. So if we start again here at the side and then turn it so it reflects the pattern, we need to draw a blue oval, a black rectangle, one more black rectangle, and one more blue oval. So our mirror showed us one more black rectangle and one more blue oval. Let's check that again with our mirror. That's correct. This is a pattern. This is also a pattern. This is a repeating pattern. This is a symmetrical pattern or a reflected pattern. Now it's your turn. We have a green square and a red square. In a normal repeating pattern, what colour goes here and what colour goes here? Well, in a normal repeating pattern, this is green and this should also be green. And then after that, this is red, so this should also be red. So it goes green, red, green, red. In a reflective pattern with a mirror, what goes here and here? Well, let's use our mirror to find out. Hello. If we put it here, and we bring it in, we can see it should go green, red, red, green. So, green, red, red, green. Well done if you got that correct. Here are our shapes. We've got the triangle, circle, square, rectangle, kite, diamond, hexagon, oval, and pentagon. These are not patterns, they are shapes. But if we use our mirror, we can find out something special about these shapes. Let's look at the triangle. If we put the mirror in the middle and turn this mirror, it creates a full triangle. That's because the triangle is the same on both sides. This is called symmetry. Symmetry is when something is mirrored on both sides. Can we do this with the circle? Let's have a look. We put our mirror in the middle again, and we turn it. Aha! We made a full circle. So the circle has symmetry. Let's try this with our square. If we put it in the middle and turn our mirror, aha! It makes a square. So the square also has symmetry. All of our shapes have lines of symmetry in the middle. I'm using our grid again to solve this problem. I have here parts of shapes. In the middle, I've drawn the line of symmetry, sometimes called the axis. So everything that's on this side needs to be mirrored on this side, and everything on this side needs to be mirrored on this side. Here I have a triangle. I need to make this shape the same on this side. I'm using my grid to help. The shape starts at the top here. This goes out one length of the square to here. So this must come out one length of the square to here. It then goes back to the middle, to the axis, to the line of symmetry. I'll join those up and colour that in. Aha! Now, instead of having a small triangle, I have a large mirrored triangle. Here is a small rectangle. It starts in the middle of the axis and goes out to this side of the grid, of the square. So I'll do that the other way, this way. It then comes down and then goes back to the axis. I'll colour that in. Aha! Now I have a long rectangle. I don't know this shape. This is not a triangle. This is not a rectangle. What will it be when I mirror it on this side? And it starts at the top and it curves round to the bottom. So on this side it starts at the top and it curves round to the bottom. Aha! I can see. This is a circle. This next one starts at the top, goes out here, down here, and then into the middle. This has got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, but it's not a square, it's not a rectangle. Let's mirror this with symmetry. So it comes out a little way, goes up to a point here, and then over here. And I'll colour it in. Ah, now my shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. With symmetry, I've made a pentagon. Here's the last one. It's got 1, 2, 3 sides. It's a small triangle. What will I make when I mirror it? Let's use the grid. It starts at the top of the grid. It comes out a little way, and then there's a long line to the bottom. I colour this in. Ah! This shape now has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and 2 of those sides are very long. This is a kite. Symmetry is also in nature. Butterflies normally have symmetrical wings. The circles or dots or shapes on one side are mirrored on the other side. So, unser Arbeitsblätter für heute. Das ist Kalenderwoche 6.1 B und C. Alle Arbeitsblätter sind für alle Kinder. So, R is our patterns, so triangles and squares. Es gibt 2 Seiten. Das ist auch unser Symmetry. So, wenn du einen Spiegel hast, dann bitte das benutzen für die Axis. B und C is Schmetterling, Butterfly. So hier, wir müssen das spiegeln. Und hier, wir müssen verschiedene Formen machen. Again, with symmetry. So, bis nächstes Mal. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.